Beer Dad, the most awesomest dad around, Justin Allen, and his most awesome co-host, the master brewer himself, the Brewed, Joshua Kunkel. Grab a cold one, kick back and relax, and enjoy the show. Cheers, everybody.
Son, a woman is a lot like a refrigerator. They're about 6 feet tall, 300 pounds. They make ice and... Oh, wait a minute. Actually, a woman is more like a beer. They smell good. They look good. You'd step over your own mother just to get one. But you can't stop at one. You want to drink another woman.
That's great every time. Oh, boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BeerDad and Brewed Podcast. As always, I'm your host, the BeerDad, Justin Allen, and I'm joined by my co-host, Joshua Kunkel.
Howdy how.
Today's episode that we're recording, very, very special because this is episode 20.
Nice.
We are hitting the 20s now, so that's awesome. And it's also very special because we want to announce a new partnership. So we are joined here by someone that's been on our show before. We've been here before. We have Jimmy from the Craft Lounge. Jimmy, how you doing?
Not too bad. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. So this is now the BeerDad and Brewed Podcast brought to you by the Craft Lounge.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's got a good ring to it, doesn't
Yeah, I was
it?
gonna
It
say.
does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Can't think of a better partnership than that.
Right?
So, I mean, we're here in a beautiful location here in Beaumont, California. Jimmy's shop on Beaumont Avenue, just north of the 10 freeway. As you can see, we got a beautiful fireplace behind us. We're nice and comfy, so we're just kind of hanging out and doing our thing. We're going to sample some awesome beers that Jimmy carries here. But first, we got to get a shout out to some home brewing because Joshua brought some home brew.
Yep.
So we're gonna dive into some of that too. But real quick, Jimmy, let's. I know we talked about it before. Let's tell us about the Craft Lounge and what's going on here with the new world here and how business is operating.
The new world order. Well, we are kind of focusing on cans and bottles to go right now, and we're working on delivery. It's been going pretty good. We've had a lot of support from our locals and a lot of customers and stuff like that. So it's been really, really good as far as that goes, keeping the lights on and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So we can't argue with that, but hopefully this weekend we're open to filling growlers and having some food move out of this place.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Now, that's definitely a change of pace from the state level. Yeah, because, I mean, California's always been, like, anti-growler fill for any sort of craft beer bar.
Right.
So that's kind of cool because, I mean, you see that in Oregon, you see that in Washington, and it's really big up there and works well. People, are respectful of it.
Right. You see it everywhere else but California.
Yeah,
California's a little behind the times on that one, but
I'm glad to
is what it
see. I'm glad to see it's working out. I mean,
Yeah.
even though it's more of a how'd you put it? It was more just like a temporary thing. They were saying. 'cause of
the temporary restriction relief.
That's right,
yeah.
restriction relief.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
But,
cheers to that. And
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers to you. Let's get some of this. I'm excited because I already
Goodness.
know this is Hopa. This is one of Josh's classic home brews. This one's been aged for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Hopa is my favorite beer to make and to drink, and this one got a little bit of funk in it, but I think it just made it that much better.
Nothing wrong. Getting funky.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So yeah, cheers.
Yeah, it's still one of my favorites.
That's a good beer, Josh.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job. Cheers to you again.
Yeah.
man. Cheers.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually made some of this for our baby shower.
That's right.
Not for
Yeah.
the one before.
For Hunter.
Yeah. So, and it was crazy, and this is how I know this is a good beer because my wife's grandfather only drinks Coors Light, like will not touch anything else. He always he's like, you guys and your craft beers. Back in my day, we didn't have craft beers, right? And he only drinks. Dude, he had probably 10 or 11 glasses of the Hopa, and he was like, "This is damn good beer." And I'm like, "Wow." So that's how I know it's a good beer.
Yeah, for me, this is a celebratory beer, so I figure this is appropriate for what we're doing here. And
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice beer, Josh. Very nice.
And celebrating not only our partnership here, but celebrating things starting to slowly shift back into normal here in California.
Well, the new normal, I think.
The new normal.
Nothing's gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same.
It's
ever again,
crazy
but-
because other states have like fully opened,
Yeah.
and then here we are. We're like kind of behind that curve, and it's almost as if we're like, all right, let's watch these other states from afar and see what happens to them.
You guys be the guinea pig,
Right, and then we'll figure it out. But at least they're starting to open some things. I've seen restaurants are starting to open for business. You know, with obviously half capacity and stuff like that, and hopefully eventually your business is able to open. But you've definitely become a MacGyver to figure things out to keep your business going.
Yeah, Jason and I have been working hard trying to get just new ideas on how we can adapt to the way things are going right now. So the cans to go, we had to shift gears quick, get the website up, get those cans moving, and it worked out.
It was just a good timing on your part because like as soon as that shutdown came, you were like ready to roll,
Yeah,
like
we
flipping
were
the
on it,
switch.
Yeah.
That was quick. Who and who was responsible for all that? Did you have to throw up the website, or
We always had the website, but we never had the online store activated. And so we saw this coming down the pipeline.
Yeah.
And so we just started pounding away at it, getting it ready to go. And then finally we took one day to basically just do the switch over.
Yeah.
Just say, okay, we're online. Let's do it. This is how we're going to sell our cans.
Right. I have to say that online store is actually like super easy to use. Like I've been using it the past couple of weeks. Every time I'm out here, I'll just like dial in, order what I want, just pop in, say howdy,
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like boom, done.
Yeah, I did the best I could with it.
Yeah.
I'm no tech guy.
Right.
I don't design websites and stuff like that, but it worked out. And then we brought in somebody who really knows what they're doing, Kathleen.
she's laughing in the background.
And she's really stepped up the game with the website. She's really helped out a lot. So appreciate her for that. Thank you, Kat.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
She's behind the camera, as well as Mr. Pobre over there taking the candid shots. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So, and you'll probably be seeing all kinds of stuff on social media throughout the next couple of days. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm excited to feature some of the beers here that Jimmy carries here at the Craft Lounge. Several breweries that we're very familiar with. I'm excited to dive into them. We've got some Aero Lodge. We've got Amplified Ales and Creative Creature and Los Angeles Ale Works. So nice mix, a little bit of Inland Empire, LA, and San Diego all in one.
Get California representing here.
It's all SoCal, and that's pretty much
SoCal.
what this place is. I mean, for those of you guys that don't know, here at the Craft Lounge, you can come here and get all kinds of different beers from all kinds of different, local Southern California breweries, even breweries from farther away as well. That Jimmy does an amazing job of, going out and picking really, really good beers. I mean, every beer that either Josh gets or I get, I've never had a bad beer. So he definitely have a good palate for good tasting beer. And for those of you in Southern California that are close to Beaumont, definitely worth the trip here for sure.
Yeah. Well, and that's the beauty of being here in Beaumont is you're pretty centralized.
Yeah.
You got the desert to the east, you got LA, San Diego, and Inland Empire to the west. So it's just like, boom, perfectly
We're
centered.
right at that 60-10 corridor.
Yeah.
Where it's just I can go anywhere to get this beer.
And for all of our listeners that are, the desert rats that like to go out and do the toy hauler and quads and razors and all that, literally bring your toy hauler, pull it up right alongside the Craft Lounge, and just come in here and wipe Jimmy out. Buy all his craft beer to go, because if you're going to go out to Glamis and do the Glamis thing, what better than to have amazing craft beer with you?
Oh, yeah.
So just stock up your toy hauler with some. He's got everything.
Well, not to mention you got a pretty good selection of craft pilsners and craft
yes.
lagers and
Crushable pilsners and lagers that
Oh, yeah.
perfect for those weekends. Those,
And not only that, as you can see here, shout out to Liquid Death.
Yes.
He's also got some water for you in both mountain water as well as sparkling water for. You got to hydrate, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I always say if you're going to hydrate, maybe drink a Coors Light. That's like drinking water.
Yeah.
But I would rather drink Liquid Death than drink
yeah.
that. So,
Yes.
but yeah, so shout out to this. So you can pick that up too as well. And you don't. And the nice thing is you can buy it here at the Craft Lounge. You don't have to sign that contract that you're selling your soul or whatever they say when you order it online. So yeah, Jimmy won't do that to you.
No,
Yeah.
I will not.
He'll just ask that
He
you
already-
come back
He already
and buy
sold his
more.
soul for it.
yeah. My soul's gone a long time ago.
Yeah, it's gone.
I lost
Poor
that a long
guy.
time ago, man.
Good stuff. Well, yeah, this is a good hope, Josh. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Like I said, this beer ages pretty well. I've come to the conclusion, though, 5 years is max on this beer. Because I actually found a beer bottle like a couple weeks ago that I had bottled in 2015. And I was like,
Oh, my.
oh, shit, I got to see what's happening here. Because for the longest time, I couldn't keep this beer longer than a year. Like, it would just, people would just snack it up, you know.
Yeah.
So I popped that bottle open, and it was like super sweet. The hops had completely like dropped out of it. And I was just like, okay, it's a little too sweet, you know, but it was still good.
Yeah.
And that one had a bit of a kick too. I'm not sure, like the alcohol was just like super sneaky on it because I had like a glass or two, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
That's crazy. I did that with a Sam Adams one time. It just kept getting put in the back of the fridge, and this is through like 2 moves. So I've had that thing. I mean, it was like probably 3 or 4 logo changes ago. That's how old it was. I'm like, I'm just curious to see. Even the bottle cap had a little bit of rust on it on the top from all the moisture in the fridge, and I'm like, all right, well, let's give it a whirl and see. And you're right, dude. It's all sweet. There was like
Just
no
a bomb
carbonation.
bomb,
It was
yeah.
just like, oh, I was like, oh man, this is terrible. But I drank it, powdered through it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need a beer.
That's right.
That's all I have left.
Yes.
Yeah, some desperate times call for desperate measures.
I was gonna say, back in my heyday, Everclear was desperate measures.
Ooh, that is a bad morning after. Let me tell you. Did you ever do some Everclear back in the day?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Ooh.
A lot more than Everclear.
Yeah.
I think coming up, one of the worst things we would ever do is because we put our money together and get some of those crazy horse 40s out here. And that was like the original recipe. It was, oh, God, we paid for that for days after that. It was either that or Mad Dog 2020.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. What was the other
Jesus.
one? Boone's Farm?
Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill.
Oh.
Jesus.
Man, that stuff was terrible.
You can dry heaves now thinking about that. We should probably
Right?
stop.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
let's
All
drink
right.
something good, Josh.
All
What
right.
do you think? What do you want to pop open?
What
That's-
do we got here?
We got Aero Lodge.
Let's like work our way from LA Airworks and
Okay.
finish with the IPL
All right,
because
so
that's a big boy beer.
Jimmy says this one needs to be rolled.
Yeah, just throw a little roll on that guy.
So
Get it
this is zebra stripe. Kind of looks like what's that bubble gum that back in the day?
Oh yeah. Oh, zebra.
Fruit
Is it
stripes.
Fruit stripes.
Fruit
yeah.
stripes.
That's what the can looks like.
Yeah.
All right.
What was it?
Killer Cooler.
Oh.
Killer Cooler's a little bit.
Oh, working overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys did.
Yeah, it's all good.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. It's a good color.
Oh yeah, definitely liking that.
Is this yours?
Yeah.
Oh. Probably give that thing just a little swirl before you top the rest of the glasses off. I would
Yeah.
say.
All right.
I want to say it should be a little more murkier, but
Yeah, definitely a nice golden, almost like slight amber color,
yeah.
almost like
Yeah, it's got
like honey.
a
Yeah.
little murky. There you go.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, just a little murkiness in that thing.
So this is LA L Works or Los Angeles L Works Zebra Stripe, and this is a milkshake IPA. Looks like they used El Dorado Brew 1 and Mandarina Bavaria. Different, huh?
Devin's used that recently. He did a beer called Solo Mando.
Mm-hmm.
Really good hop.
Nice. Okay, so here's the little read back on the can here. It's exactly what I was saying. So it says, "Remember that zany zebra who led the pack of that colorific gum? Yipes, stripes, vanilla and lactose balanced fruit burst hop flavor without lingering bitterness in this milkshake IPA. Forget your horse face. It's time for #zebra stripes. Drink it up. Yip, yip, yip." There you go. Let's see.
I'm gonna be honest. The smell on this thing is not as inviting to me,
Yeah.
but the taste is making up for it. So
Here, throw a little bit more on that guy. Once you get some of that matter going on there, I think kind of
There you go.
adds to it.
I'm gonna drop that in there. Yeah, they'll change things up for me. Yeah, they kind of mellowed it out a little
Yeah.
bit.
There's a lot of interesting notes in this beer, man.
It's really good how the, being a milkshake IPA, so obviously probably use lactose, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
balances out with the hops and
Yeah, I was gonna
makes
say.
it so it's not so bitter.
Yeah, I'm used to the milkshakes not really being anything close to an IPA.
Exactly.
And this one actually, you get a little bit of that hop bite, which is good. You know,
It just balances good.
Yeah. So they did a
job
good.
on that.
Yeah, they did very good with this.
I like this one. I get that tanginess, and it almost reminds you of that gum in a way.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
You know.
It's funny because having had the Solomando from DBC, Desert Beer Company, and he used the Bavaria hop, I can now see the similarities.
Oh.
That tanginess you kind
Yeah.
of get on the back end,
Yeah.
that's probably the Bavaria.
Yeah, it's like almost like a
Yeah.
tangerine type
Yes,
tanginess that's
exactly.
coming through on this guy.
Yeah.
So I thought this was an interesting beer, so I wanted you guys to try it. 'Cause I
Yeah,
really
thank
thought
you.
it was interesting.
It's it's definitely different, but it's definitely drinkable. Very
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say this thing's got a perfect light body. This is like a good summer beer, right? I could totally see.
And they did a good job on the can art too.
Oh,
Definitely,
right.
that draws your attention right,
Right.
there. Look at that.
And it instantly brings you back to that gum too.
Yeah.
Being like a 5-year-old, like you got to have like 10 pieces of that gum in your mouth, chewing that gum. So.
What was the joke? The gum only lasted like 10 seconds.
Oh,
or
it was
something.
gone. As soon as you stuck it in your mouth, it was strictly rubber after that. It was- The flavor was all gone. You're just like chewing on your lips.
I was just thinking, like, I remember seeing one of
Absolutely.
these like memes. It was like a whole truck.
Yeah,
and they're like,
exactly.
"Oh, this is like maybe 30 seconds of flavor."
Exactly. So I can see like 5 sticks in your mouth.
Right? Absolutely.
Chew twice, stick another one in, chew twice.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted you guys to try that one because I
No,
wanted to
thank
get you
you.
guys' take on that one because I'm still curious to that on I guess.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good one.
It's
I
not
mean,
bad. I'm Los Angeles Ale Works. I'm pretty impressed. Literally, I had never had them until getting them from Jimmy's shop, and I've got that thing. My stigmatism being a San Diegan that
Yeah.
gotta rep my San Diego peeps. It's hard to like anything from LA. Of course, my football team moved to LA, and I had no choice in that. But I'm in the Inland Empire, so I have to play like Switzerland and be neutral, right? You
Right.
got to be, you're in between San Diego and LA. And when it comes to craft beer, I have, I like them all, right? I give them all a chance. There's some that are better than others, and there's some that are really good, and there's some pretty terrible ones out there, but I'll still give them a chance just because I love craft beer. But this is a really good beer, and LA Ale Works is doing a good job.
oh yeah,
They've been coming up. Their beers are really,
Yeah.
really starting to
well, say
catch
just in the
attention,
last
so.
like 2 years, they really been putting themselves on the map. Really
Right.
doing some pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah.
So, well, if they're and they'll probably listen because we'll tag them on the podcast. You can do the Beer Dad a favor because you do a lot of stuff like Dodger related, and I can't stand the Dodgers. Sorry, but
The show's over. We're
right?
out of here.
No, it was a-
Out of the shop.
but you got the Chargers in LA. Just saying, maybe do some like lightning bolt ale or I don't know, do something with the Chargers. That'd be great.
Lightning
So-
bolt ale.
Well,
Show some love.
who was it? What's that one brewery that's like it's pretty big? Golden Road. They do like a Charger and a Ram
Yeah.
beer, and they're no good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not a big
Yeah.
fan of Golden Road around here.
Yeah, they kind of sold out and then kind
AB
of.
InBev,
Yeah.
Budweiser, yeah.
Well, they did the InBev sellout, but to add insult to injury, like the owner just went around just pissing on all the fucking homebrewers and pissing on all the craft beer people, and it's like you're kind of just burning your bridges, and now you're dealing with the
Yeah.
aftermath of
right.
it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember was trying to do some show where she's trying to find the next big brewer, and this is
Yeah,
after that whole thing, and it's just like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
won't get into the details on that one. But at least we got some other
Right.
good ones like LA Ale Works. You got Three Weavers. Sorry,
Three Weavers is good
That's a
out
good
there.
one.
now.
Yeah. I like
Common
them.
Space has really been jumping up pretty good too.
Nice.
If you ever have a chance, you guys are out in Torrance, the Torrance area.
Yeah, Torrance has got a
Oh my God.
I'll say that's where Monkish is at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monkish. You
And
got
then you have,
El Segundo. Yeah.
There's like some hidden gems out there too that you guys. I mean, there's if you go to Hop Saint, which I've had here before,
Yeah.
Hop Saint, their beers are phenomenal, man. Freaking phenomenal, and their food there
Nice.
out of control,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
But they have a really good brewery there. Their brewmaster's cool. They do a
to
lot
check
of
it
good
out.
stuff. But you go over there, they got a lot of collabs they're doing with people.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll have collabs with Monkish, or they'll have collabs with Highland Park and stuff like that.
Nice.
They're inside the brewery that people don't hear about.
Well, we've
So,
talked about maybe doing a YouTube show.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we were talking about doing like a road trip. Josh and I join you for a beer trip to go procure some beers for the shop.
I'm down with that 100%.
That's probably going to have to be on the 18 plus YouTube channel because there's probably going to be some language used in that.
Yeah,
But
we're going to have a driver for that because I'm pretty sure
Oh,
they
yeah.
probably have to be in some kind of RV or something. So like
exactly.
sleep between places or something.
Right?
A little chauffeur. In
That'd be
between.
fun. That'd be
Yeah.
the next great craft beer road trip.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So, well, this was good.
Yeah.
I like this beer.
Yeah, I'm definitely. This one's growing on me. I mean, as it's kind of sat and opened up a bit, it's like, okay, there's all those flavors.
Did you notice
tangerine.
that it hit our note, Josh? Because I get nothing residue on my tongue. It just rinse
Yeah,
clean completely.
super clean. I mean, I like it because with El Dorado, you get a lot of the kind of like stone fruit. You get a little bit of the watermelon, strawberry kind of notes in
Yeah.
there. But then you also get the Bavaria giving that tangerine note, which really kind of pulls it all in, that nice
That
citrus.
that tanginess that just comes through and
Yeah.
just pulls it all together. And then there's still a little some vanilla notes that come through, I
Yeah.
think, from the lactose that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
rounds the whole thing out. So.
Yeah, lactose kind of gives it that nice smooth sort of, so it's not like sharp tangerine. It's like kind of just easy going.
Rounds it out.
Yep,
That's
perfect.
good stuff.
I'm going to drink this all right now.
That's what I just did.
Okay.
And because I wanted to get a really good get a good mouthfeel
Yeah.
on it, and it's a really good light mouthfeel, real pillowy. It's not too heavy, not too thick, but still has that kind of New England style to it.
Yeah.
But it's not as heavy, so I like that. So good looking out on that one.
Yeah.
Good beer.
All right, what we
That'll
got
try.
next?
Amplified. Mango Terror, I believe.
Ooh. Mango tear.
This is going to be good. So Amplified Ale Works is a San Diego brewery. So
Nice,
excited to have something from San Diego. So this is a fruit ale with mango and vanilla bean.
All right. We could probably, you think use the same on that one? Since they're kind of the similar.
I think so.
Soon as I pop that, mango.
Really just
It
like,
me.
Dude, the nose comes through on that thing. I did that just the other day. Someone wanted one. I opened it up. It was like, oh, man, someone threw a mango at me.
where's that motherfucker at?
Who's got the mangoes?
It was a drive-by fruiting.
Yes.
Mrs. Doubtfire, shut up.
Yeah, she knows. She knows.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's too bad Robin Williams, passed away because he he was actually making a sequel to that movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was in pre-production. And
Mrs. Doubtfire, too?
yeah.
Could be a fun one. I was actually watching something the other day, and they had this little blip saying that I guess Robin Williams wanted to test out the validity of the character, like if he could really pull it off. And so he went in full makeup to a local porn shop out there in San Francisco, and had the guys going for like a good 30 minutes before they finally figured out who it was, and they're like, "Oh, damn it, Robin, get out of here!" Because he was just like this little old lady asking absurd, like risque questions.
Yeah. Risque questions.
I could see it too because his sense of humor, if you ever watch his like stand-up, is like,
Oh,
man,
dude, it's out of
dirty.
control.
Yeah, for sure.
It's out of control.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Amplified Ale Works, San Diego, California. We got some Mango Terror, fruit ale with mango and vanilla bean.
Okay, I have to figure out, are you saying terror or terroir?
Terror.
It is terror. Okay. I was
It's
like,
terror.
Okay, it is terror. To be scared.
To be scared.
I love the smell on that.
Oh,
thing,
man, the mango comes through so hard on this one.
Okay, that's different. It's crazy. I wasn't
Huh.
expecting the flavor that you get out of that.
Okay. Yeah, like that vanilla.
The vanilla.
All right.
Vanilla punches you like right at the end there. And it's interesting because it gives it almost like a roasty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, almost like a, not quite graham cracker, but maybe. Damn, I can't even. It's something similar. I can't quite place it though. But like with the mango, it's a trip.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, I like that.
It's almost
Actually,
like
like
a mango half and half bar, 50-50 bar, whatever it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah. That's what I kind of get.
like a wafer kind
Uh-huh.
of thing. Yeah, that's good though. I like that. Good job.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the vanilla to hit as hard because when you smell it, it's like you can get the hops and you
Yeah.
can get the mango.
Yeah.
And so I was expecting, like a mango IPA type flavor, and then all of a sudden, bam, smack with the vanilla. Woo wee!
Yeah, this one has been really popular since I've had it here. So,
I can see why.
and I didn't have it. I didn't have it before I got it. Sorry. And they gave it to us. I tried it out. I was like, oh shit, this beer's not bad. It's interesting. That's an interesting beer.
Yeah.
So I really kind of dig it. It's like for especially like a hot day, just outside drinking one of these guys right here.
Oh yeah, for
It's
sure.
fantastic.
Yeah, like I said, for me, it's that kind of roastiness is a trip.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, with vanilla, you tend to go one of two ways. You either go, like, super sweet or you go, like, super roasty with it. And it's kind of cool to see it kind of go to the roasty
Side.
with the mango.
Yeah. I get that roastiness. I do.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's almost like borderline, like, golden stout territory.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's getting there.
Yeah, with the amount of roast that you're getting on this.
It's like you get that first initial taste, and you're getting hops and then mango, and then it kills you with that vanilla, and just
Yeah.
boom, and then
Real
we're
quick
done.
ride.
Yeah, I would almost like call this the what was that thing in Willy Wonka that you ate and it just kept changing flavors?
The gobstopper.
Yeah, I'd call
The
this like,
everlasting gobstopper.
yeah, call this the everlasting mango gobstopper ale. Like, it's crazy how you get like literally. You
Yep.
take one drink and just all three of those
Yeah.
flavors
Boom,
hit
boom,
you at
boom.
different times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to me, I always thought that was definitely one of those elements of a good beer is layering, where basically you get one distinct flavor and then followed by another distinct flavor, and it's like, holy crap, you know, like it really trips your brain out. You know, everything's not muddled together, and you're just
Right.
like, what the hell am
It's
I
just
drinking?
a mess. It's just
Yeah,
a mess.
just-
And- but when you get those layers, that complexity kind of comes through, and it's
Yeah.
like not so complex, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
I-
it's just like boom, boom, boom,
Yep.
done. You know?
I think that's the simplicity of this beer. Is just,
Oh yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, I think definitely. I was gonna say definitely opened my eyes to this one because I'm not much of a mango person to begin with.
I am not either. I'm
And
not
like-
Really?
Yeah,
And
I know you
like
are.
a hot day, dude. A nice cold mango, sprinkle a little tahini on top. Oh my god.
not huge on the mango thing, man. I mean, beer wise.
Beer-wise.
Yeah.
You'll eat the
mangoes,
fruit?
I'll
Okay.
eat the fruit.
All right. All right.
I'll eat the fruit.
Well, the one time I really liked mango in like a beer is when you do pair it with some sort of spicy chili,
Yeah.
like a chili beer with mango.
Yeah.
Usually has been
Or like when we
one of my
made
go-to.
we used that mango Mario tart from 8-Bit, and we made
That's
the
right.
michelada.
That's
with
right.
mango.
Yeah, michelada
that was a
mangoes, yeah.
really good combo.
Yeah. Because it just goes along together with that spice, the
Yeah.
mango. That makes sense. Like when
Yeah.
you're eating one,
Yeah.
I always put like tahini
That's
or
what I do.
chili powder
Yeah.
and stuff on it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
eat that.
Always got to have some
So-
tahini on my mango.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why this one's really kind of bringing me in because that roasty almost borderlines like pepper.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's like a little reminiscent. Something's
Yeah.
like triggering in your head. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, remember that one time I had a roasted mango? Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is definitely probably one of the most unique beers that I've had in a while. Well, we just
Yeah.
kind of sampled one.
No,
pregame.
that was really unique.
we
That
had
was really
we
unique.
had from the last episode that Bob
Yeah.
Candy Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Jimmy
right.
liked that one.
Yeah, that was really good. I think Amplified's one of those places too that's kind of like I don't know, they kind of overlook sometimes.
Yeah.
They make great beer. I think they make really
Yeah.
great beer.
It's hard to like when you're in the San Diego craft beer market, and we've talked about in our San Diego episode. There's over 300 breweries down
Oh.
there, so it's really hard to like stand out from the crowd. You know, when there's that many.
Yeah.
And I feel like most breweries kind of find their own niche, and so far with this is actually my first amplified L Works that I think of. I'll have to check my Untapped.
Yeah, actually,
but
pretty sure I'm right there.
pretty
with you.
impressed.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just came out with a Pilsner too that they just canned last week. Was a
We got that right here.
Punkadelic. Well,
It's right there.
Nice.
Punkadelic's coming up. It's
Yeah.
on the list.
Oh,
It's
very
on there.
nice.
So
nice.
yeah, good job, Amplified L Works. Awesome, awesome beer. Very unique taste. Like I said, I haven't had a beer that, I've had vanilla in beer, but I haven't had the vanilla bean and that roastiness of the vanilla bean like come through. And like I said, the way that this rinses in your palate, like you're just getting hit with all these different flavors. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
So good job.
Yeah, very good job. So, cheers to you guys.
Cheers, Amplified.
Oh, yeah. Good job. I was going to say, speaking of like kind of unknown or hidden gems down in San Diego, I had heard recently Society started canning.
They
And-
did. Yes,
Yeah.
they had, and
And that's when I
been
like.
meaning to go down there. Just
Yeah,
haven't had a
I'd
chance
definitely
to,
like to
so.
see some of them. I hope the best for them because having gone down there and tried their stuff like on the spot, they like just hands down do some really amazing beers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just all over the board.
This whole quarantine COVID thing has really like dampened my going out and finding breweries and talking to them and stuff like that, like we usually do.
Yeah.
We're still able to bring in places like Burning Beard and stuff like that.
Nice.
That was really cool that you did that, because
Yeah,
I had been wanting to try them, because obviously, I got the
Yeah.
beard like yourself, and
Yep.
as soon as I don't know, I think on Instagram someone must have posted one time a couple years ago, like, oh, it's a new brewery in El Cajon, you gotta check this out, it's really cool. And I was like, oh, this is right up my alley. And then I saw a lot of the styles that they make, and I'm like, I bet you they got some damn good beer. And so I finally got to try some because of you.
Did you ever try that Normcore?
I don't think I had that
Oh
one.
man, I have some back here. I'll send you home with one today.
Oh,
but
man.
that Normcore is fantastic.
What did we have on the show?
That might have
Was
been.
it?
Is that the Pilsner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, it was
that,
the-
that
I was
is
gonna
what
say
we
that.
had.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's the one you gave me for the show with
Yeah,
Muñecas.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yes.
Yeah.
That was,
Oh yeah, you guys did with the Muñecas.
that was damn good.
Yeah.
Their
Very
beers,
very true to style.
Yeah, because
very-
your sister-in-law was big, looking
She
for
likes the
pills,
Budweiser
Budweisers,
type,
and I
yeah.
was like, "Here, try this," and
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, I like this." So.
and it's got that banquet style can too, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool. I love that.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah, I couldn't come up with a better name for a brewery.
that. Burning Beard.
Yeah,
Burning
Burning Beer. And speaking of breweries, I got to give a shout out to my uncle. He is in the process of opening his brewery. He had a soft opening, just had his 40th birthday,
That's
so
right.
happy birthday,
Nice.
Uncle Craig. But the Bearded Beaverman Brew House is about to open.
Wait. Bearded Beaverman Brew House.
Yes.
Okay, I love it. I think
And
it's amazing.
bearded is spelled German style, so it's, what is it, B-I-E-R, yeah, beer, and then D-E-D.
That's funny.
So really cool. I should have brought some for you so you could try some of his beer.
Right on.
I have some at the house. Maybe next time I'll bring. He sent me home with Amber's Holiday, which is named after my wife because she likes the holiday, so it's like a
Oh,
holiday
nice.
ale. And then what was the other one he made? He made a peanut butter ale, and I can't remember what the other one that I came home with. I'll have to look in the fridge.
Did
but
you redo that? It ended up tasting like an Oktoberfest.
the one that he sent us?
Yeah, a while back.
I think he did.
Because he mentioned he wanted to make that one again, even though it was completely like a one-off
Yeah.
for him. He made this beer. He didn't know what he was making. sent Justin a bottle, so we popped one open, and it was like just straight Oktoberfest beer.
Really? And it
like
was
just
really
hit
good.
all
Like
the right
Marzen,
notes,
like
just
Marzen style.
straight Marzen. Yeah,
Yeah.
It just
It made you want to eat a pretzel.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, waking up in the morning makes me want to eat a pretzel.
Right, that's
So,
true.
yeah.
But man, so I'm excited for him. That's a new adventure for him. So
That's
it's
cool.
pretty cool. Back in the Branson, Missouri area.
Branson, Missouri.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
actually there are 0 breweries in Branson. So he'll
Not
be
anymore.
So he'll be the first first one. Yeah. Yeah, so
Very
that's
cool.
kind of cool for him. So,
Oh, yeah.
But right now he's dealing, like we were talking earlier, dealing with like licensing and stuff like that. So kind of pushing it back, and then of course the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
Bad timing, but
Mhm.
eventually he'll be open and off, doing
Oh,
good
yeah.
things.
Off and running. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, good
Very
luck.
cool.
Yeah. All right.
Move on to the next.
Let's do. We got Aero Lodge, I think, on tap next.
We got random. Let's see, random act of dankness.
West Coast.
West Coast.
West
nice.
Coast.
Never go wrong with the West Coast.
Random act of dankness. Aero Lodge Brewing. I really enjoyed that Aero Lodge that you brought me with the Iron Man on it.
Oh, Ghost Haze Killer.
Ghost
Ghost
Haze
Haze
Killer. Yeah, I had to post that with a little Ghostface Killer in the background.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was dope, man. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite beers from them. So,
And this is super fresh. This is canned on 5/22.
3 days ago, 4 days ago.
Yeah, 2-3 days. Yeah, 3
It was
days.
Friday. It was Friday. So
Friday, yeah. It was canned on Friday.
this is Monday. So,
So random act of dankness. This is a West Coast IPA, so I know Josh is gonna like this.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
your glass there.
there you go, man.
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
Yeah, it'll wash out.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Do a little rinse.
it's a West
Oh,
Coast.
I got water. You can rinse.
That is a
rinse
great color.
Yeah.
They did really good.
some
on
liquid
that.
death water here to rinse my glass out.
There you
with.
go.
There you go. Actually, I might crack that open myself. And of course, everyone loves this noise.
Oh man, who doesn't? Funky.
Is it funky?
It's always funky. Oh. Thank you, sir.
And yeah, there's a clean looking beer.
Dude, that's one of the things about Aero Lodge, man. Their West Coast, when they come through, those things are
Yeah,
like,
like-
man,
Like,
some of the cleanest West Coast. You know
like
what I mean?
looking through a window.
It
It
is.
is. I can see Josh through my beer.
Yeah.
Random
crazy.
act of dankness.
And definitely it's got some dank on the nose, that's for
It
sure.
is.
That was very
Got
good.
that dangness coming through on it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
That hits like
Yeah.
all the right notes.
always solid, man.
Yeah.
Always solid.
Good job.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a solid West Coast right there.
Yeah.
Always solid.
Solid.
Easy going, like straight to the point.
I mean,
Which is-
you're, man, I don't, what's the ABV on this? 6.5.
That's
so
right in the
nice little-
territory.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
my sitting on the boat, out on the
Enjoying
water.
a nice ice cold IPA.
Yeah.
West Coast.
Wow.
I mean, I have not been disappointed by any of their beers. Honestly, I'm a fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fan of Aero Lodge. So
No, everything you've shared with me or I bought
Yeah.
from the here has been just on point.
Yeah.
So
And they're, Jimmy, they're out in Covina.
they are in Covina,
Covina.
right on the Aero Highway.
nice.
So that's not too far from here, probably about an hour maybe.
Yeah, when I take off from here, it's about 50 minutes to an hour.
Yeah,
not bad.
not bad.
So for those of you that want to save the mileage and you're out in the desert or Beaumont, Banning, San Jacinto, Hemet, Menifee area, you come up and see Jimmy. He's got tons of Aero Lodge in stock.
Always.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
What I like about this is it's not even that bitter too.
No.
Like the old school West Coast were like bitter bombs. This one's like just right amount, just
Right,
perfect
right.
amount.
Like those early 2000s, late 90s West Coast IPAs that were just
The reason
like,
why I did not like IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the longest time I wouldn't drink. I think I want to say I had the original recipe of Stone Brew Nation, and I was like, dude,
My
who
God,
who the
why?
hell would want to drink this? And my buddy Justin would drink a 6-pack every night of that stuff. He'd go
Really?
and at the time it was like $18 for a 6-pack for that stuff. And I used to say, I don't know how you can drink this stuff. Like it's so bitter and just terrible tasting. Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
But
You have no taste buds.
yeah, it's like you're all burned off, I guess.
He's all tastes. What is that?
Yeah.
I have no buds left in my mouth. I can't taste a thing.
Yeah, so that pretty much ruined me for IPA for years. And then I'm trying to remember started drinking a lot of New England styles and hazies, and that really changed my palate for liking the hops. But there was an IPA that was West Coast style. I think, was it Hanger that makes it?
The Betty?
Betty. So yeah,
Betty's-
Betty IPA I really enjoyed, and then Buku from Mother Earth.
Nice.
And those were the two like kind of West Coast style IPAs that I was like, okay, they're not all like terrible, like I'm licking a tree bark. Like these are actually lots of flavor. They rinse clean,
Yeah,
very easy drinking.
I refer to that as the skid mark.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need no skid marks in my beer, thank you. Yeah.
Or other places. Or
Yeah,
not
right?
just your beer. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like-
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, you don't want that. It's kind of
Yeah,
embarrassing.
no, yeah. People don't appreciate that.
No,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, I remember some of those early like Stone beers. Kind of it just became a pissing contest. Them and
Pissing contest.
pissing contest for hops. Basically, it's like
Yeah,
how
oh, yeah.
bitter can we make this? Oh fuck you, we're bittering this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
gonna make it more bitter.
Here, hold
Yeah.
my beer. Watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, eventually at one point they're hitting the IBUs like so like it maxes out.
Yeah. Well,
And you
it's
can't
like,
even count the IBUs because it's so bitter.
well, typically anything above like what is
90,
it?
I think it is.
Yeah,
You
90.
can't
it's-
taste
yeah.
any.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
pretty much just completely anesthetize your palate.
Exactly. You can't. The human bud can't taste anything at over 90 IBUs. That's
Yeah,
it. We're done.
yeah, we're
90
done,
IBUs,
yeah.
You can 250 IBUs. Okay, whatever.
That's right. Green Flash was the other one. It was like Stone and Green Flash. Like we're like going back
Oh,
and
yeah.
forth with each other until just Green Flash decided to call what it is palate wrecker.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, that's a palate
That's it.
wrecker.
On the nose.
Yep.
On the nose.
What's up with Green Flash these days? They're still in business, but they kind of went through bankruptcy and all that. But
Yeah,
Didn't they get bought out?
they might
I
have.
thought they did.
I think they got bought out.
The thing is, I think the people who bought them out also kind of went bankrupt.
I haven't seen it.
Possibly, yeah.
Was it? Oh, who the hell?
I know they're still in business because I mean I was at Sprouts yesterday getting groceries and there's some Green
Green
Flash
Flash,
up on the.
Well,
on the
they
stuff.
basically like they were doing well, and they decided to just grow like crazy,
Yeah.
and then like
Well, I know they merged with Alpine Beer Company.
Alpine. That's what I'm thinking of.
No.
Yeah, and then I want to say they just got too big for their britches because they opened that place in Virginia, somewhere on the East
yeah.
Coast. They opened a brewery on the East Coast, and I think that was the death of them. It really was.
Well, I think they just took out all these loans to like quadruple their business, production, and just couldn't make a penny off of it.
Overextended.
They overextended way too fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the brewery industry, either if you want to go like that big, you're selling out to one of the big companies that can handle something like that, or just don't do it because
I think with anything, it's the slow and steady wins the race. Ethos. You really got to just take your time.
Smaller overhead. I mean, just keep it simple. Like so I always said if I ever opened a brewery, it'd be the smallest freaking brewery there was, but and that works because you can keep your overhead low, you can monitor your quality control.
Yep.
And it would just be Josh would be my brewer, of course, but that would be a no-brainer. But it'd just be real small because anytime like you see the money and you're like you want to gravitate towards that, but you got to take a step back and look at Ballast Point and look at Green Flash and like be like, no, that's not the way to do it.
Well, and that's the thing is with some of these breweries that, with Ballast Point, when they got bought out, initially everyone's like knocking on my door and going, oh, you should make this into a business model. I'm like, it took them 30 years to get to that point, right?
Yeah.
Like, brewery's not like a overnight sensation for making money. And it's like, this is a passion project for a lot of these people. They get into it because they absolutely love what they're doing.
Yeah, love of the game.
Yeah, not necessarily out there to make a buck, even though it's nice to get a paycheck now and again, keep yourself alive.
Yeah.
But most of it is a passion game.
Yeah. They started in their garage, and like some of their friends are like, man, Josh, your hope is amazing. Like, this should be in a brewery. And then it's like, yeah, maybe. And just like, our episode in Idlewild with Don up at Idlewild Brew Pub. I mean, he was a home brewer, and he was, won many awards at homebrew competitions. And, the other owner of the place was like, he was like, I need a brewer, and everyone's like, you got to call Don, and he just has that passion, and you saw it on if you heard our episode, you could hear it in his voice, like how passionate he is for the business and for his brewery, and it's like that's the perfect combination, and if you just keep it small, like them, they got their restaurant, they got the brewery in-house there, and he makes really good beers too, which you should look and talking to him about, because I know he was talking about possibly canning his Idlewild IPA, and that's a really good West Coast style IPA.
Really?
It'd be perfect because then people
reach out to him.
People wouldn't have to drive up the mountain to go get some. Save them a trip.
Or drive back down after they've had a few.
Exactly.
That's the big thing.
Exactly. So,
right.
But that's
I mean, like definitely a good deal. Running into these types of people. I mean, I told myself if I decided to do it, I might wait a couple years just because right now the brewery industry is kind of going through a bust.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to talk about it, but COVID really kind of escalated things.
I guess they're expecting like 47% of all breweries in California
across the country.
The country shut down,
like United States. And I'm already starting to see it like left and right. There's definitely some big ones that are closing their doors like permanently. So
it's going to leave a void, though. There's going to be a void where people
that's why I was
slip
saying wait a couple years, and then just like in '96, there was a craft beer bust. A lot of breweries went under with that one, and then by like 2000, it was like blowing up again.
Right.
So it seems to definitely go through these little cycles, to say the least.
Yeah.
You just got to find that next niche and
man.
brew the hell out of it, and
That's it.
call it good.
Well, let's try this next one.
All right, what do we got here?
Just and moving on.
Yeah.
Nice. Creative creature.
I'm excited.
I got to give these guys credit. I love their artwork.
Right, dude.
Yeah, they're just. It just
Borrow that real quick.
Dude, those guys are some of the coolest guys. Like when you go down and talk to those guys, man, those guys are so freaking cool, man. They just you talk about love of the game. Those guys just love to brew beer.
Oh, yeah.
They love to brew beer and good beer. So their facility is tiny.
Yeah.
It is tiny. It would fit in the front room.
El Cajon, right?
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
So they're Pico status almost.
Yeah, but they're putting out such great beer and they're doing great collabs with people.
Nice.
So it's like they're doing fantastic.
All right, let me go and crack this one open.
Yeah, we've had several creative creature, obviously, because of you, and I've always wanted to go down there and try them. I think the first creative creature I ever had was it was a mango IPA. It was Manny Machado beer, which I'm a Padre fan, so I can appreciate that. He had his brown Padre uniform on the cover and really good can art, awesome. And then ever since then, you started carrying them, and so I've pretty much had almost everything that you've carried from them. What is that? The Smackers. I love that beer. That's talk about a great sour.
Did you try the Honey Smackers yet?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, the Honey Smacker is insane.
Is it?
It's like I would say a cross between.
Is that the one that looks like Honey Smacks, the cereal?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
I gotta try that.
Yeah, it's like a cross between like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and a McDonald's apple pie.
Oh man, now I really got to try
It's
that.
like,
Yeah.
it's
What?
yeah. I'm like, wow, dude, I'm having like some kind of weird childhood thing going on right now, dude. So
That's crazy. Yeah,
Nostalgia in a glass.
exactly, dude. Like, whoa, dude.
Everything's great. They put out all those beers for May the 4th, and I had posted on the Instagram the Mango Lorian.
Yeah,
And then I have the guava one too. I haven't tried that one yet.
the Guavanian Death Haze.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking forward to that. So
And we have the Yodelay in there too.
Yodelay.
Got coconut lager.
That'll be good.
And man, it works.
It
Yeah.
does.
You know,
actually.
it works.
Oh,
I was like, man, that
Yeah.
works.
That was-
Their Mexican lager we had on our show was really good. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
No, the El Cajones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go on.
yeah, we're all what? It has the picture of like the fake balls that hang from the back
Yeah,
of your
it's a-
truck.
it's a hoppy
but they're
nutsack.
hops. Yeah,
Hop sack.
hop sack.
Yeah, it's a hoppy nut sack, man. That's why I just call it what it is. The hoppy
That's
nut
why I
sack.
said their can art's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, gotta love it. So shout out to Creative Creature. Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Let's
cheers.
try this. This is Adam West Coast. For those of you that are Batman fans, that's what's on the can art. For shout out to Adam West.
Smell that, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's
I
fine.
love the nose on this, man. This is very inviting.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that is good.
Yeah, that hits.
I love that
good.
beer. I honestly love
Yeah.
that beer, man.
I gotta take a look at this can.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
That is a freaking awesome can art.
Kind of reminds me of like the old school Johnson T-shirts. You ever
Yes,
seen
dude.
back in the
Yes,
day?
remember those, dude?
Yeah,
Big Johnson.
Big Johnson,
Big
that's
Johnson.
Big
Not just
Johnson,
Johnson,
that's
but Big Johnson.
Big Johnson. That's right.
You see his utility belt, dude? He's got like a six-pack in his utility belt. That's awesome.
So it's Eddie CS brand is the artwork. So check him out on Instagram. Let's see here. Adam West Coast IPA 6%. Man, this is like flavor overload on this one.
Yeah.
Really good IPA. Really, really good IPA.
And it keeps on going too. It's like my palate right now is just totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there. You know what I mean?
Still thinking. Still like
Yeah.
adjusting.
Still trying to work it out.
Good shot.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of like a hop burn,
Little alpha going on.
little
down,
alpha
going
at the
down, yeah.
back end there, but all around like a smooth beer.
Check out that can, Josh.
Oh yeah.
So I actually took that sticker off and put it on our cooler.
That's what I did. My beer fridge in the garage
Yeah, it's all stickers.
covered with beer labels. Yeah. Okay, we get a
I
lot
love
of
that one,
beers.
man. It's badass.
Get a lot of beers shipped to us, from listeners of the show and getting beers from all over the place, and it's pretty awesome. So slap those on there, and then people come over and be like, "The hell kind of beer is that?"
I've never seen that one before.
So it's cool. Like those wrestling moves, I got all of them on there. The ones that
Wrestling.
I brought Jimmy the Stone Cold and the HBK.
Yeah,
Nice.
so that's how my day's gonna end today. Some wrestling moves.
Wrestling
Yeah.
moves.
So-
Nice.
Do not try this at home.
Yeah, or try it. Who knows?
Yeah. Go on.
Just let it happen.
Yeah. Maybe get into that backyard wrestling.
Right.
Throw some barbed wire up and fucking hit each other with some chairs.
Dude, that would be dope to bring like wrestling in the backpack here. Put up a ring and have like a.
Did you ever see during, I think it was LA Craft Week, I think it was last year, they had sumo wrestling with all the different breweries.
Oh no!
And so each brewery had their own representative.
Oh, they put on those big sumo
Weavers,
suits?
Yeah, and Aero Lodge. And Kenny, if you're listening, Kenny, I love you, dude. Just don't touch my buddy anymore. He won it for Aero Lodge. Like all the, yeah, and it's badass, dude. They're all in the sumo things, dude. And it's just like, it was like, oh, they had this whole big thing going on. I guess it was over at Three Weavers, and they were supposed to, I think at the time they were talking about doing like a circuit
Yeah.
where all the breweries would go from brewery to brewery and do like these sumo wrestling with their representatives or whatever. It's pretty badass.
That's
Here to
awesome.
challenge.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance, I think it's on. I
Okay.
want to say it's on Aero Lodge's Instagram. They still have the video up with Kenny just kicking ass.
That's awesome.
Nice. I was going to say when I was living up in San Francisco all those years ago, there was the female wrestling going around touring, and we got
Glow.
we got to see them. That was actually, they put on a fucking good show.
Those
Like,
gorgeous ladies of wrestling, man.
yeah, they were just kicking ass.
That's what we need.
Right?
Yeah.
Ladies
Oh,
wrestling
dude.
right here in the back lot with some. We'll bring some breweries out. And
Dude, I remember that first started. I'm a little older than you guys, but I remember that first started, and they said it was insane, dude. It was so insane. They said like these women like Mount Fuji and somebody else, and they were like humongous,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
It was like crazy. And I'm like, this said gorgeous, fictitious.
False advertisement.
But whatever, it is what it is. But
I was expecting to see like Sable and
Right.
Sunny and like all these good looking
Right.
women, and I got Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji. That's a good beer though.
Yeah.
This Adam West Coast is fucking
Nice,
phenomenal.
I like
easy
it.
going.
Yeah, I like this one.
Lots of flavor going on. Really nice color. Yeah, they did a good job on this one for sure.
Yeah. I do enjoy this beer.
Oh yes, nice, easy going.
Yep. And how could you not want to pick up a fat Batman can?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like,
Yeah.
look at him, dude.
I was gonna say our mutual friend Jose. He typically likes buying for the can art,
He would
Yeah.
buy that
I
because he's
could
a Batman fan.
and he's an IPA fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
perfect.
think this would probably be right up his alley. In fact, actually, you should maybe I'll have to take him a can.
Yeah, he'll like that.
We're like, dude, get your ass over here.
I can appreciate. That's how I would look in a Batman suit. So
Yeah.
That's, what's like, that's what I appreciate.
Oh yeah. Get the dad bod
Yeah, exactly.
Batman outfit.
Dad, dude, like the granddad bod.
I just noticed. I didn't see it before. His shirt's not quite coloring,
As I'm
covering
saying,
the
his,
belly button.
his gut's hanging out, dude.
He's
So,
Looks like there's a little bit of pubes coming out the top too.
yeah, it might be. A little manscaping might be required here.
Yeah. Get that manscaper tool that
Yeah,
they sell online, right?
Yeah. This is a classic. Dude. I love that label.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah. You're right though. This beer just kind of keeps like bringing the flavor. Like it just.
It keeps going,
Like,
dude.
And I guess this is kind of like a bit of a mind fuck because we're always talking about our bar for like a good beer is it rinses clean.
Yeah.
But there are exceptions,
Exception
and this
to
is
the-
definitely one.
Exception to the rule.
Right. Where
Yeah.
you don't want it to. You want it to linger, and this one lingers. This
Yeah,
one
if
lingers.
it's
and
if it's a
pretty
good
fancy.
linger.
Right, a good linger.
If it's
You don't want
not
that
bitter.
linger. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, dude, I need to go like lick the street right now.
Yeah.
No skid marks.
I gotta lick an ashtray right now to get this flavor out
Yeah.
of my mouth.
Yeah, definitely don't want any skid marks for sure.
Yes. No, so this is
Skid
good job on this because it's got that flavor. It lingers, but it's a good, just nice.
And this is a
hoppy kind of.
I know they've made it before, but this was they just kind of re-released it, and then
Yeah.
and then this is something new.
It's new as
You got
batch.
it this weekend or last weekend?
Last weekend.
Last weekend, yeah.
So yeah, week and a half ago.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
good stuff.
yeah,
That's good
creative
stuff, good
creature,
beer.
man. You guys are killing it down in El Cajon, San Diego area.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
We'll go
El
down there.
Cajones.
We'll go do a show down there, Josh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows, Devin, he's like,
Is he
okay.
ready?
He's ready.
chomping.
Yeah, he wants. He's
We were-
chomping at the bit.
We were literally right after we did the Idlewild episode. We had scheduled, I think, that following Monday
yeah.
to do a show with Devin out at Desert Beer Company, and then that's the Monday that everything happened.
Everything just went to shit.
So it was like
Monday of the apocalypse.
Yeah, and it was like borderline, like we were still gonna do it, and then it was like at the last minute we're like, yeah, let's we'll cancel for now, but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get out there and do a show
Postpone.
then.
It's
Oh, yeah,
postponed.
for
Yeah,
sure.
just postponed.
Yeah, he's been working with the club. For those that don't know, I'm with the Coachella Valley Homebrew Club out in the desert. So recently, one of our members picked up a bourbon barrel from I can never remember the distillery. It's over by Escape down in Redlands.
Riley's. J.
Right,
Riley's.
yeah. So I guess he's good friends with one of our homebrew club members, and basically end up just giving him like a 10 or 15 gallon barrel or some crazy shit like that. So he ended up using it once and then dropping off with Devin, and he's talking to Devin like, "Hey, let's do a collab with the club." So we're working on doing that and doing some barrel aging. And Devin, being the awesome guy that he is, he wants to sell a pint, and $1 from every pint will go to the club.
Nice.
That's
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, let's crack the next one.
All right.
This is a nice. I think this is the Pilsner.
Ooh, yes. Punkdemic from Amplified.
So we got two from Amplified, and I think we have two from Aero Lodge. The last one's an Aero Lodge as well.
I'm going to swap out my glassware here since that one had a nice dinky hop. All right. Is this what you're using? Go for it.
Punkademic Pilsner. Let's see here. Get Jimmy some.
Okay.
You want to
Yeah,
swig that down?
Swig it out. Okay, we're good.
Mm-hmm. Another nice, clean beer. Liking that.
That's when I poured it, I could hear the foam. There goes the foam.
There goes the phone.
Are you open? I need beer. I need some beer delivered right now.
It's a toy hauler pulling up right now, Justin. We're going to the river.
Oh man, can you imagine? Like if like dude, you'd be sold out. Like 3 or 4 of those guys pulled up.
Dude, make a quick day. I get to go home early.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Out of beer. Gotta go.
Sold out. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I'm on River Whips, which is the guys that go out the river with their boats, and then I'm also on Glamis Sand Dunes. So maybe I'll throw some advertisement up for
right
you.
on. Right on.
Because this is perfect. I mean, everybody takes the tent out there.
Oh, yeah.
Literally pull up, and there's a nice. I mean, right here they can pull up right on alongside the store and.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Fill their fridges.
Most of these toy haulers are coming from Hemet, San Jacinto, Menifee. Anyways, they just cross the bridge basically before they pull in the tent.
And they all stop at Baker's.
Yep.
Every single one of them stops at Baker's.
That's
so
true.
Hey, I can see Baker's from here. So
yeah. Why not fill the fridge with craft beer and Baker's?
Exactly.
Just walk out there with a sign, just arrow. Hey.
Yep.
Where's your beer?
Speaking of Baker's, with it being across the street, how often do you have Baker's?
Man, I think I live on Baker's, man.
I love that place.
Yeah.
We get it from time to time at work. It's not very far, so we'll switch it up. But I always get people mad when I tell them I like Baker's better than In-N-Out. And they're like, oh, what are you, crazy? And I'm like, no, but you don't understand. It's so good.
And then I get the Baker's app where you can actually order online.
Oh,
knock
nice.
on the door. They bring it to you.
Yep, perfect.
And you're in and out.
Boom. Actually, I may have to start doing that because that parking lot's a mess over there.
It
man.
is.
Like,
Dude, that's exactly why we use it. I mean, you do your little Baker's thing.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a couple of burritos, a couple of Texas tacos, whatever the fuck it is. Knock on the door, and it's ready for you. And then you see all these people like 30 cars deep with toy haulers.
Waiting,
30 cars waiting for the drive-thru. So.
Damn.
yeah, I mean, every time I drove by there thinking lunch, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Let me try one of these places that has less of a wait.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, let's dive into this Pilsner.
Cheers.
All right, cheers, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No.
They
That's
definitely hit that.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Got that little bit of the sweet crispness that you're looking for in a Pilsner.
It's interesting because I mean, this is definitely like American Pilsner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get a little bit of that corn note.
You get, I was going to say, a lot of corn in
a
this
lot
one.
of corn.
sweetness,
Yeah, big corn note on that one. So
Yeah, good beer, though. I mean, this
no,
is
all around good beer. Like
Yeah.
easy, light, refreshing. You know.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with Amplified.
Yeah.
That's two bangers.
Two for two right now.
Yeah.
two bangers.
Two bangers.
Two hitters.
Yeah, I like that. We'll have to go down there.
Yeah.
And they got that Juice Springsteen, which I love the can, by the way.
I've seen that. I thought that was
yeah,
great.
man, that's a pretty good juicy hazy IPA.
We'll
It's
have
really-
to get
yeah.
that for 4th of July.
Yeah,
Juice Springsteen,
yeah.
the boss.
There you go.
They canned that one on Thursday afternoon. They were canning that one, so
Nice.
it was really good.
All right.
Amplified.
Yeah. Good beer though. That's a good.
yeah,
that's a
no.
good break and everything. You know, what I mean, all the hoppy beers that we just had right now. It's just kind of good break to have a Pilsner.
We're sort of like
Right.
taking a
yeah,
dip and then
a little palate cleanser. I
Yeah.
think it is.
Yeah,
So-
and then I think we're in for a treat on the last one here.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
this-
Oh, thank goodness, dude.
Thank goodness.
Oh, that last one.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, yes.
that last one.
Yes,
But
no.
yeah, no, this is a good Pilsner. I like this Pilsner. It's really good. And sometimes you get Pilsners kind of bitey
Yeah.
in a way. I think
No, this one it's like
not so
just-
much. This one is smooth, man. It's nice.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong though. I kind of like the bitey pilsners.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
I always refer to those as like Bohemian, the
Bohemians?
Bohemian style, because Bohemian has that Saaz
Uh-huh.
like pepper bite.
Yeah, a little
you
bite
know?
to it.
Yeah. And this one, it's like you get a little, just a hint of the bite, but the corn kind of helps mellow
This
it out.
is that River Rat beer right here.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is that River Rat beer right here. It's just take it to the river.
Toy
and just-
haulers.
There we go.
Toy haulers.
Another plug. Another
Ding,
plug for
ding,
those
ding,
River
ding,
Rats.
ding. Word of the day. Word of the day.
Word of the day. River Rats.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, get beer
River-
get your beer at the
River
Craft
Rats.
Lounge.
Yeah.
I might have a whole section just River Rat beer.
They're
Just on the side.
There you go.
because everything opened in Arizona. Like, dude, the river's off the hook this weekend.
I bet.
I saw a buddy of mine. He's a paramedic, and he's working on one of the boats this weekend. And he sent I guess his department or whatever, they put up a drone
Yeah.
footage of the river. And dude, I mean, boats and boats and boats and people floating. And I'm like,
Yeah.
where's COVID?
Are they 6 feet apart?
No, they are not
They are
6 feet
oh
apart.
my
No,
God.
no, it's pretty crazy. I mean, they're just
What a COVID cesspool.
It's like they said we're open, and people are like, dude, I've been locked away for months. Let's party. Let's go
I was
crazy.
gonna say, I noticed that this weekend, especially with like Memorial Day and everything. Like, it seems like it's like the first weekend everyone's able to like get out of the house.
Right.
I noticed on Friday when we got out of work. I don't know, Jonathan, if you noticed it too, but the traffic was pretty heavy. Yeah, on Friday.
Because I worked here in at the library on Friday, so as soon as I got out, I had to jet. But even at like 5 o'clock, it was like, what the?
People are like, COVID's over.
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend. Let's rock. Yeah.
It's one of those things where I'm driving around going like, you people are abusing this. Stop it.
Stop it. You're going to get us in trouble.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Dad's going to get mad again. We're going to be like locked up again.
Yeah, Daddy Newsom.
We're going to be locked up again.
Jeez. What a joke, that guy. I cannot believe he's cutting all state workers 10% pay. That's just ridiculous.
Well, at least he's not cutting 10% of people.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
He could do that. Yeah.
Well, that whole threatening martial law bullshit, but yeah. But not going to get into that.
Yeah.
No point.
We drink beer here. We don't do politics.
Yeah, exactly.
Beer.
That comes a few beers later.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the after party.
Yeah, that's on the sidewalk. That's on the sidewalk.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, what the fuck?
That's the other show.
Yeah.
Beer, politics, and
Beer,
conspiracy
politics.
theories.
And we do that sit on the curb outside.
Right?
So.
Yeah. Actually, it reminds me of there was this bar out in San Francisco that only got a chance to check it out right before I left, and I wish I would have gone there more, but I always loved the name of this bar, and it was the Philosopher's Club.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is the perfect name for a bar.
Yeah.
Right there. You go in there, get a shit face, and just talk all sorts
Then
of crap.
everybody's a philosopher
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
point. Everybody
Exactly. Everyone just talks all sorts of
I
shit.
mean,
Yeah.
have you ever talked to like a transient? Like,
Oh, yeah.
fully drunk transient?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
I've shared
some of the
SoCo.
smartest people you ever come across.
I drunkenly shared SoCo with a transient on a bus until
Nice.
the bus driver took the bottle from my hand and
There
said,
you
"Don't
go.
do that. Stop giving him beer." Or
It's like fully get enthralled to what they're saying, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to transport them all the time back in my days working on the ambulance. But some of these guys, man, some of the stuff that they would say, you'd be like, wow, that was actually,
And we're like, wow, dude.
wow. I'm
You're
pretty impressed. You're
Yeah,
like a
you're
scholar.
yeah, I'm like, wow, dude.
Yeah.
Do you have a like a podcast I can
Yeah,
follow?
right? Oh, man. That's a good idea.
Transient podcast. dude.
Transient podcast.
Just set it up under a freeways anywhere,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
just do it.
There you go. Well, this is a awesome Pilsner from Amplified Ale Works
Yeah.
down in San Diego. Really good job.
Yeah.
Good cleanser. You
Yeah,
know what
very good cleanser, good in between.
I mean?
Whereas we have our palate wreckers, and now we have our palate cleansers.
Yep.
Yeah, I could definitely recommend for these guys to pop these out in some 12-ounce cans, throw out some 6-packs, and
Oh yeah.
sell them to the desert rats.
Oh, hell with that, dude. Do 40s.
Oh shit!
Dude, I'm just thinking about this, dude. Is some of these breweries that are doing Mexican lagers or easy
Hit the
drinking
40,
lagers
yeah.
did 40s? The marketing on that would be insane.
Well, we were
It
actually
would be
joking about that.
insane.
Remember, Josh, when we were doing the Houston episode, and we were joking about, you guys always say everything's bigger in Texas. Why not make some 40s of these things?
Yeah.
Like
do it.
Dude, there's so many beers I have, and I think me and Jason have talked about it too. Like, dude, they do this in a 40, dude. It would sell like a champ right now.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I know with craft breweries getting into the lager market and just
Right.
totally owning the shit out of it, it makes sense to be like, all right, we're now going to go and dive into the the 40 market, and we're going to own the shit out of that
Quarts,
too.
dude, quarts. Then we could call them growlers or whatever you want to
Yeah,
call
yeah,
it
right.
at that point. You know what I mean?
Craft
Just
40.
craft 40s, dude. You know what I mean?
I think
See-
I think we're on to something, boys. Yeah.
Huh?
Just call them the C40.
C40s.
But I mean, can you imagine if you're like
get you drunk.
You go line up, you got some King Cobra, some Schlitz malt liquor, and you got some Amplified Ale Works.
In a quart.
What are you gonna
You
buy?
get a quart.
Yeah, quart.
What you got in quarts? That means it's amplified.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty. It's hot outside. I need a 40. Thank
Oh,
you.
dude, nothing like being on a boat. River rats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Word of the day.
I'm here to get messed up. Give me a C40.
Yeah.
absolutely.
We'll be on the river with a bunch of quarts, dude. Just a bunch of 32 ounce and a bunch of 40 ounce or whatever.
I love it. All right, good job.
All
Pop
right.
the next one.
Last
Pop
one.
the next one.
Or last craft one for the day is Dink Goodness by Arrow Lodge Brewing. And I love that logo. Nice,
Dude, I love that one.
nice and holy.
Yeah.
Got
It
the
is
hands praying with the rosary. Is that what that is?
Yeah, but the rosary, it's actually hops.
Oh, the Rosary's hops. I gotta check that out. Look at that color. Wow.
Watch it clear up.
Look at I can see Jonathan Pobre Photography back there. Look at him. I can see right through that glass. Josh is pretty good ambidextrous.
I know he is very ambidextrous, dude. Yeah, that was impressive. That was very impressive, Josh, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I try.
Wow, that is a great color.
Yeah, I would say this is probably the cleanest beer of the day. Right
Look at that
here.
thing.
They weren't kidding on the dankness. Take a whiff of that. Put your sniffer on there.
Dank goodness. 8% on this guy.
Oh yeah, dinky.
I like that.
You know, it's funny.
Can art's great.
You ever, well, as a home brewer, maybe you run into this a lot where sometimes the beer just names itself. I feel this is one of the cases where they made this beer and they just went and man, he's like, nah, that's some dang goodness. Let's call it that.
You know how dang goodness this came out
Yeah.
the way it did.
Or that too, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and-
what-
yeah.
like
is
fingers
cool
crossed.
Yeah.
The
Thank goodness.
rosary
They're all,
hops.
yes.
Rosary hops. And then I like on there's a little line here that says, the beer you've been praying for.
Can't go wrong with that.
No, this is one of my favorites from them too.
The initial
Ooh, I like the flavor on that too.
dankness you get on the sniffer, I mean, this is wow.
I was gonna say that's just
Here, smell this.
that's just the first part of the tour right here.
Yeah, smell a cat. You gotta take a whiff for a cat. It says, take a whiff.
Yeah.
I can smell this all day long, dude.
Yeah.
I want this in a cologne. I want this, like, I
Right?
wanna
A
wear this around.
dankness cologne.
Yeah, a beard oil, like a beard oil that's just dank.
I had trying to
No, you just gave me an idea.
Oh God, here we go.
Grave Before Shave put out a is it lager or pill? Like it was like a beer flavored beard oil.
Really?
It was pretty good. Yeah, I
Oh,
enjoyed
right
it.
on.
Fuck, I'm gonna start doing that. No, I ended up making a bunch of those
He
hop.
makes his own oils.
I was gonna
too.
say I made a bunch of those hop
Yeah.
hydrosol like oils. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm just gonna put that shit in my beer.
Dude, why not?
It probably actually make it nice and soft.
Dude, imagine if
and
you got some
fluffy.
Sabro,
Oh.
Sabro oil, just like
yeah.
coconut, tropical.
I actually have Sabro.
Dude, that would
I'm gonna
that would probably be all day
All right.
long a good beard oil.
all right, I'm gonna start playing around with that. The problem with Sabro though, when I made it into oil, it went like straight blue cheese.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
I like
I
blue
think
cheese.
maybe we need
I know it'll still work.
we need to do the BeerDad and Brewed beard oils.
There we
Right.
go.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. We'll put a shelf up here.
I gotta take this down the wrong tube, so 1 second.
Oh yeah.
There you go. We gotta.
That wasn't COVID.
We'll put
That
a,
wasn't
we'll
COVID.
put a shelf in the craft lounge for beard oil.
Yeah. No, yeah, dude. Why not?
Yeah.
You see other breweries like selling like candles.
Yeah.
Why not beard oil?
Soap
You
or
know what I mean?
soap.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Beer
Soap.
soap.
Yeah, soap, whatever. How about some fucking beard oil?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. We'll make it happen.
I would say about 89 to 94% of craft beer drinkers have beards, some kind of facial hair.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Except for the ladies, that would be a little weird. But it is
Okay, of
it is
male.
2020.
So male craft beer.
Well, it is 2020 though. You might have females with beards.
And that to each their own. Right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I support that.
I
support
Absolutely.
that. You know, as a proud feminist, I
Yeah.
support
If I can,
beards.
Oh, yeah.
You know, why not?
hey, if you got a beard, you're a friend of mine.
Yeah. Lady dude in between. Right
Dude
on.
looks like a lady.
Yeah.
We were talking about Mrs. Doubtfire earlier, so that came to mind.
Yeah. It
Yes.
all comes back around, doesn't it?
It does.
It all comes back around.
It's a generational thing. We're more accepting, you know.
I think just being in California, like nothing surprises us. So it just
no,
yeah.
dude, no.
Oh shit! I could tell you, living up in San Francisco for
Oh, I'll
6
bet.
years is like when I first moved back down here, and I was like working in a library. You'd be surprised how much shit you deal with in a library. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's so quiet." It's like, no, it's not.
But not in Beaumont.
Yeah. Well, at the time, you know, those guys like drunk in the libraries were closing, threatening me, and I'm just kind of like, all right, whatever, dude.
Wait. There's drunk guys in the library.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh, there was one time, one guy like, okay, let me set up the scenario.
Please do, because I'm interested.
Okay,
I'm
this is
interested.
a fun story.
Yeah,
so
let's hear this.
this is actually like the last week before I left the library. I was managing in Cathedral City and started working here in Beaumont. So there's a desk in the middle of the library, so you can kind of see all corners of the library. And right nearby to the desk is this line of computers. And there's computers facing the desk and computers facing away from the desk, and kind of like a separator between them. So I'm sitting at the desk, and I'm kind of doing something on the computer, and I hear this loud thud, like something hitting the floor. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like I look around, I don't see anything. I'm like, okay. Suddenly, there's a guy on the other side end of the computers, gets up, kind of walks up, and he kind of stops, and he looks at the ground, and then he looks over at me, and he kind of waves me over. I'm like, oh, fuck, like, what now, So I walk over there, and sure as shit, there's a guy blacked out, fucking drunk, like, on the floor, like he fell out of his chair, just, out of it. And then, sure, I look underneath the desk of the computer there, and there's a fifth of vodka half gone. I was like, this motherfucker was sneaking vodka shots.
Okay, of all the places, to drink vodka, why a library? Though?
Why a library? You'd be surprised. Like, I think it's something intrinsically weird with people's brains where like, here's a quiet place. Let's go fuck it up. Because I had a guy try to like toke up a fucking full-on bong.
I get that. I understand that part.
Yeah. I'm talking but I'm talking like 3 foot fucking bong. Like pulls it out of his like backpack or something.
He brought in a gun case like me with the equipment, and he's like, "Here's my bong."
Well, the only way I knew is I was making the rounds, walking around, and hear the clicking of a lighter. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm walking around, and the guy's like sitting there, just like. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Get that.
Like, dude, take that to the bathroom, dude.
Yeah. It's like you come into the library after you smoke, reeking of fucking weed. Not do it here.
You're like, dude, you gotta get that out of here. But let me get a hit real quick before.
Right.
Yeah. But like, the first guy, he was like threatening me, whatever, and I'm just like, fuck off, dude, whatever, And afterwards, the staff was just like, weren't you in like fear for your life? Like, I was like. Oh man, I deal with this shit all the time up in San Francisco. I was like, he was like, crazy. Oh, he was drunk. I didn't even realize. Okay,
that's perfect.
Just drinking in the library. Yeah.
Let
me get a little Edgar Allan Poe and drink some vodka while I'm doing this here.
Yeah. I think that's the next podcast. Stories from the library.
Stories from the library. You should include one story from Josh's experiences.
Well, I told everyone if I ever get around to writing my like autobiography of my library experiences, the title of it is "Never a Dull Moment."
Never a dull moment,
because I found myself saying that often to myself every time I had to deal with like this shit. And I've been doing this for like 20 years.
In the parentheses, like even in the library, never a dull moment.
Yes. So,
oh man,
your library moment today brought to you by.
That's crazy. Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers to crazy.
Okay, back to Dang Goodness.
Dang goodness.
This is really good beer, by the way. Only because, like, this is one of those rare situations where your sniffer, all the dankness that you get on your scent, you taste that exact taste that you're smelling.
Yeah, no, this one like matches up perfectly. Like I smell dank, I taste dank. It's like boom, done.
This one was one of my favorites from them. Yeah. One of my favorites.
Nelson and Mosaic.
Ooh, nice. Actually,
I am a fan of Nelson all day long.
I like Nelson,
so something about that little funkiness, that burnt tire sometimes you get from it. I don't know what else to say, but I love that shit. It's a good hop. I like that one.
Yeah, it's good, and it's I appreciate drinking it in more of the West Coast style because you get a lot of Nelson in the New England and the hazies, but to be able to see through my glass, I can see Joshua over there. And then get that full-bodied taste of a New England.
Yeah,
it's so crisp. Arrow Lodge did a really good job on this.
No, I'm like definitely falling in love with this beer. It's a good job.
It's a good beer. It's a good beer. We had it last year. I had it on tap, I think, last time it came out, and it went really quick.
I'm pretty sure I missed that one.
Fan favorite.
It's
a fan favorite. Yeah, I really like that beer there. And Random Act of Dankness. I mean, they both are fantastic beers to me.
Yes.
They're fantastic beers.
No, definitely a good one. And I may have to pick up one of those before I leave today here because actually
before the river rats get here.
Yes, exactly.
Before
clean
the toy haulers get here to clean me out.
Exactly. But I mean, what I like about Arrow Lodge is you can go like every beer that they make all kinds of different styles. And it's like they do a great job on all of them. They're
solid. Everything they do is solid, man. And they don't. I don't know how to put it, but they don't stick to the constraints of. I don't know. It's just their beers are always fantastic.
Yeah.
They always think outside the box with every style they do. It just comes out clean every time.
Yeah.
And how well do they do here at the Craft Lounge?
Really good. Yeah. Really good. They're one of our top sellers. People really love to come in and get some Arrow Lodge. We just got the Hush Money in not so long ago. I mean, that was in and out almost instantly.
I think the first Arrow Lodge I had, you brought, it came from here. It was had like the sucker.
Oh,
It was an IPA. Liquid something.
Yeah, it was a hazy. It was fantastic. It had some like cotton candy notes and stuff to it.
Yeah.
Why can I not think of the name right now?
That was a really
Probably because we had like a lot of beers today.
Yeah,
but
looking at this like party right here that we just
you
finished.
give me a second, I'll think of it.
Yeah,
But
we had that on our show, didn't we?
I think we did. Yeah.
yeah.
Was it? That wasn't like the that was
Early.
Yeah. I was just thinking of a different beer. That was like the early '90s wannabe beer.
We're on
nostalgia
episode
beer.
20. I want to say it was probably like
8 or 9 or something.
yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was a few months ago when I had it.
Yeah.
A couple months ago. Like, God damn, why can't I think of it?
Well, because I know with Aerolodge, the cool thing with them I like is, they're not only just killing it on the IPA market, but they're also doing a damn good job in the stouts.
Yes,
too.
their stouts are
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Like Campfire or
Yeah, Campgrounds.
Campgrounds.
His latest one, and that
Yeah.
one was like phenomenal. They just that pastry stout, the Best Buds one.
Best Buds, yes.
That one came out. That was phenomenal.
That's
Is
a
that
good
the
I didn't get any of that, but
Cheech
it
and
was-
Chong?
Yeah, the Black Ham Chichong. That was phenomenal. That was a phenomenal
I
beer.
saw it. It made me think of Jose, my old partner on the ambulance. Him and I, we were huge Cheech and Chong fans, and we used to
That's
listen
right.
to him in the ambulance. And then him and I went to. Josh took us, dropped us off. We went to their concert. I won. It was funny. It was K-Cal. I think it was K-Cal. So I don't even listen to K-Cal anymore because all I listen to is podcasts now. But they did a contest where you had to call in and give this like really outlandish story, and the best one won. And
Yeah.
I told a story of Jose and I when we were sitting on the ambulance. We used to do this daily thing back when Craigslist had what was that shit for like hooking up?
the personals or
It was something connections. Or
personal connections
something
or something
like that. Yeah, it was. So it was like basically.
I'm like, wait,
it was
what?
on Craigslist. You could go on there and just hook up with people. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Is that how you found each other? You
No.
know they okay.
So so every morning on the ambulance when we'd get posted or whatever, we would read them to each other like in funny voices and just crack each other up because some of the ads were like outlandish, right? What things people would put on there.
Yeah.
So and the funny story was one day I pull it up and I'm like looking at this thing and it was really dirty. I mean it was like I married a younger wife and she. I can't please her, so I would like, some guys to come over and take care of her while I watch. And then it said like, black guys to the front of the line, and it was just crazy. And then I look at the picture, and it was our boss.
Oh no way, dude.
And I was like, you have got to be kidding me
No
right now.
way.
And so, yeah, and then, of course, I screenshotted, and I sent it to one person. We ran a call. We got a 911 call, and then ran a call. Come back, my phone had about 150 text messages from people. Like, is this real? Did you make this up? And I'm like, no, it's on Craigslist right now. And, it really was her because we verified because one of the guys we worked with used to date her.
Oh wow.
And said, is this her? And he's like, oh, yeah, all the way down to that, like, mole right there on her torso. We're like, oh, my God. And it spread like wildfire. Eventually she quit. I don't know if it was because of that, but I told that story to K-Cal, and they loved it. And we won, and so Jose and I went to the it was Cheech and Chong concert out at Fantasy Springs Casino. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So that was awesome. Of course, Jose and I were the youngest guys in the crowd.
Yeah.
It was all old timers in there, but we had a great time.
Oh,
It was a really good concert. It was War opened up for them, and then Cheech and Chong. So it was a really good.
That's
concert.
badass, man. That's
Yeah, it was a fun story. It was like that was the last person I'd expect to see. Casual Connections is what it was called.
Casual connections.
So Craigslist shut that down. They don't do that no more.
Yeah.
as far as you know.
As far as you know, right? Yeah. So it was like, yeah, it was pretty bad. But it's something you don't expect to see is when you when you open one of those up and you see your boss like fully naked right there. And you're like, whoa. Did not expect that.
You're all like, so about that raise.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna. I want to. show you
I was
something
wondering if
on
we
my
could talk
phone
about
real
this
quick.
raise. Oh, by the way, here's my phone. I don't know if you want to look what sees on my phone real quick here, but
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I have a number here
yeah.
of what I would like for my
Yeah.
raise.
And it's
This
right
is-
next to this picture that I have on my phone.
Here's a blank check.
Yeah.
Just fill that out.
Just so-
Make sure there's at least 4 zeros.
Yeah.
On the side.
When I leave here, I like that to be filled with zeros.
Yeah, it was good times.
All right, is this? Yeah, guy's still cold. Okay,
Is he still cold?
still cold. Beauty of stainless
Oh yeah.
keeps its temp.
I'm still enjoying this dang goodness.
Dude, dang goodness.
Take your time. In fact, actually, I'm going to go and probably have to pop this over a sink because I have a bad habit of overfilling my growlers every time I do. So,
It happens.
Yeah, I'm going to go and do that. I'll be right back. You guys finish this.
All right, well, good luck. We'll miss you while you're gone.
Good luck and Godspeed.
Godspeed. Josh just fell. I'm just kidding.
Not there. Maybe after this beer.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. Let me check that dot real quick. 1
Go
second.
check your orders.
Yeah, we just opened officially like, I don't know, at 12 o'clock. So
Yeah.
I shall return.
I like it. All right, let me recap what we've got going on here so far. So, we started the show with Los Angeles Ale Works Zebra Stripes, which was amazing. And then we had Mango Terror from Amplified Ale Works, was great beer. And then we had Random Active Dankness. And then we had, Adam West Coast. So we had some Adam West Coast. It was from Creative Creature down in San Diego. And then we did the more Amplified Ale Works. We had the, let's see here, that was Punkademic Pilsner. And we had Dank Goodness. And now, Joshua, our fearless co-host here, had made some homebrew, and I'm excited to try it. This is a IPL.
India
Pale Lager. For those of you that don't know, that's an India Pale Lager. So it's like an IPA, but not an IPA. It's a lager. So
I'm pretty damn proud of this one, to be honest.
let's see. Ooh, smells good.
We'll get Jimmy back here in a moment. Having to take care of some business.
I like it.
Yeah. Now, the only complaint I have with this guy is the smell's a little subdued. I wish it had a bigger hop nose, I should say. But all in all, I think it did a pretty good job. Okay, so,
No one panic. I'm back.
all right.
We're good.
All right.
So, how did that go when you opened that growler of your IPL?
Oh, the little rubber bung thing just flew off.
Took an eye out.
Yeah, we got a good
Gotta wear goggles.
got a good video of it. So
That's awesome.
nice
Yeah, little smoke. Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome.
A little smoke. Well, all right.
yeah. So.
So this is Josh's newest endeavor.
Yeah, so me and one of the homebrew guys decided to collaborate on a beer again. Same guy I had done the Mexican Amber Lager with. So he's a good guy. He's been with the club forever. He's always got some ideas. He wanted to do an India Pale Lager, IPL. And that's what we got here. So the idea was same base recipe, same base hops, but when it comes to the finishing dry hop, we decided to do something a little different. This one in particular, we ended up bittering and with, what was it? I think it was Mosaic and Southern Passion. Now, Southern Passion is kind of a relatively new hop to the game, but it is a wonderful hop, South African. You get all these like tropical notes like pineapple, guava, mango, stone fruit, everything under the sun. For me, for my dry hop edition, I ended up going with the oils on it, and I ended up using Mosaic as the finishing hop on this, just to really kind of bring it all together, because Mosaic even has a little bit of its own stone fruit and other fun goodness going on. So tell me what you think. Let me know. I'm always open to suggestion.
Right on.
Anything I can improve upon. I'm actually pretty proud of this one.
Excited. I love the color of that
Oh,
one.
yeah. The other big thing with this is it is a big boy beer, so it's imperial status, 9.2. Didn't quite expect that, but still happy nonetheless.
I love the nose on it, actually.
Almost got like a little bit of a banana.
Banana. I was going to say, I get
Yeah.
a banana out of this thing.
Now, I think I know what yeast I used on this, but it was kind of like a leftover dregs from another batch.
I think I know what yeast I used.
I think this one was a Czech Pils
I had a
yeast.
rough day before that, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure what yeast I used.
Yeah, I think I used either a Czech Pils yeast or I used San Francisco Lager yeast on this. I think it's San Francisco Lager just from some of the notes I'm getting. So,
That's an interesting beer.
Yeah.
You do get a lot of those banana notes that we're talking
Yeah.
about.
I
You
was
still,
gonna
it comes
say.
through. Yeah, you get banana notes too. So.
I was going to say that really banana flavored. It kind of reminds me of that banana cream pie.
Yeah, it comes through like
Yeah.
instantly almost.
You throw some lactose in there, and holy cow! The crazy thing is for if you're saying it's 9.2, I don't taste.
There's no
9.2.
booziness on that.
Yeah, that's the part
I'm not getting any booziness on this beer.
Yeah,
So,
that's the part I'm loving
9.2.
the most about this
Yeah.
is like, I did the math, I did double calculated, and I was like, I know I'm at 9.2 here. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
there's no fucking way I can mess
Not
that
be,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, because this thing started off at, for those who read gravity, it's 1.075 or 1075 was the starting gravity. Pretty high for IPA, IPL in general. But this fucker here bottomed out at 10.05, 1.005, you know. My buddy, the other guy who's doing his stopped at 10.12.
Oh,
So he's like 8.5, but
Yours is a little higher on the
a little
ABV.
higher. But I'm loving the fact that it blended very well. Like, I'm not getting any booziness. It's not hot.
and I'm not getting any off flavors or anything else on
Yeah.
this beer. So I think it's a really good beer.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
Those banana flavors come through are like interesting as shit.
Yeah.
honestly, on this beer. So
Makes you wonder if maybe I screwed up on the yeast and it's not San Francisco lager. It might be like a Trappist.
a
or
Trappist, yeah, Belgian style,
Belgian?
yeah.
I was gonna say it's
That
more of
was
a
the
Belgium yeast. Yeah.
Right, that's
This
the
mo-
first that I thought I had.
In that case, I guess I should change the name from IPL to what is it? Belgian Golden, maybe. That's probably where we're going right now with this is Belgian Golden.
yeah,
But still, I'm loving the hell out of this thing.
that's a
good beer.
really good beer. Really good beer.
And like the fact that it's like super clean too.
No, yeah, and those Belgian notes. I
Yeah.
mean, it has Belgian notes all day on this thing.
Yeah. So,
So-
I'm gonna go Belgian Golden strong on this. So here you hear it first from the from myself, the home brewer here. I'm willing to change. I go in with one idea for recipe, and I'm changing it to something else.
You're gonna have to
So-
shoot this recipe to Don up at Idlewild.
Yeah.
He'd probably like this recipe. This is right up his alley. He likes Belgiums.
No, really.
This little carbonation note on that. Yeah, the bubble gum's coming through big time on this one. Bubble gum and banana.
Banana.
Yeah, I think this one's either actually even almost triple status.
Dude, the nose on this is like Belgian all day long on this one, dude. It's just like
Yeah, I got to get better at labeling my yeast.
it's almost scary, I think.
Well, I remember like doing it, put it in the jar, and I usually put it like damn near freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
And most of the time I do try to throw something on there, you know,
Yeah.
just to kind of like make sure I have it. But maybe I could have swore this one said SF Lager on it, but maybe I mislabeled it or I was drinking too much. or
Doesn't say, yeah.
drinking on that brew day or something, you know.
SF Lager.
We have I think we have a general consensus that that's the wrong one. There we go.
Good job, John.
Yeah.
That was how is this beer right here, like the banana flavor, the nose on it very light and subtle, and then I don't get the booziness and just the flavor on it. Just like Jimmy said, it's just a lot going on here.
Yeah,
It's really, really good.
but it's really good.
And no off note, and it's not
Yeah.
off-putting at all.
Yeah. Of course, one little trick we do with this is the guy I worked with the collab on this. He works with the medical industry, and he ended up getting a hold of some of those dextrose bags. So we threw a couple of dextrose bags into this batch.
There you go.
Okay.
Medical grade dextrose, man.
Nothing like it.
There's
Boom.
the sweetness.
Yeah,
There's the sweetness on it, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably what boosted the sugar content like way through the
Oh yeah.
To the
through
roof
the
on
roof.
that
Yeah.
one. No, this is honestly a good beer, Josh. This
Thank
is
you. I'm glad we can share.
Jimmy's just glad it's not turmeric.
Yeah.
good. God, dude. We had that conversation about the turmeric.
I know. We did.
And I love you guys. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm working on round 2 here. I'm going to dial that shit back way back. You know? We're going to go from 2 pounds to like 10 ounces. Or
It'll be
something.
good. It'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
good this next round. I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah. No, I think it'll be. Yeah, we'll get it dialed in, balance everything.
It's funny though, because then you get the people that really liked it, and you're like, some people are like, "Oh my god," and then other people are like, "That was really good and really unique," and you're like,
I want to talk to those people. I want to talk to those people. I'm like, hey, guys, come on. Let's talk on the side.
I I made a michelada with it, and it was freaking phenomenal.
I get that.
I can
I
see
get
that.
that,
The
yeah.
pepper notes,
Spicy,
the
and
ginger.
just good and real thick, heavy. It was good.
Okay, I could see that actually being a pretty good mix for that.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah.
It's like they call it a health nut michelada.
Well, it's all Jimmy's fault too because he turned me on to the Muñecas michelada mix. And
they make a great michelada mix.
Yes.
It's all homemade. It's
Yeah.
all homemade. I mean, it's
I was going to say,
fantastic.
everything I've been trying from them has been just phenomenal. And it's funny because ever since that time, like other people are like, oh, try this. I'm like, it's not as good.
And they're good people. The biggest thing is they're good people.
Yeah.
They're good people, and I love that. So
Well,
Yeah,
you could taste the love.
you can taste the love. That's
the
what
love
into it.
and the passion too. Like we had Ceci on the show last episode, and just she basically said I love micheladas, and I was like I want my micheladas to taste a certain way, so I'm like fuck it, I'll just make my own.
Yeah.
And she literally does like home make them. You can watch her videos on Instagram, and man, they're good.
Yeah.
Just
They're
and unique. The bold one is like. Man, we were talking about it tastes like you're drinking bacon. Yeah. Like, oh, this
There's
is
nothing
so
better
good.
than drink
Well,
than bacon.
I'm definitely going to have to turn a friend of mine on to that one because she's a big fan of
Bacon.
bacon, yeah.
Okay.
No, she tried to do like the bacon flavored vodka, and she tried to make a
Interesting.
what the hell, a Bloody Mary with it.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Here, try this," and I was just like, "This tastes like liquid smoke." It's like it just tastes like garbage, It's like someone just dumped liquid smoke and vodka together. It was like, ugh, horrible. But like with something like that bold and spicy, like the muñeca, it was like, okay, this is the legit. Like shit, this is like really well balanced. So I can imagine you mix that in with say vodka and other things.
Be fantastic.
Yeah, be just phenomenal.
Some of our customers use them for like Bloody Marys and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's my wife's jam is Bloody Marys, and I made it for her, and she made me order more. That's why I was here last weekend. She's like, I'm gonna need more of that.
yeah, we
It makes a good bloody.
someone brought in some ceviche not too long ago, and so they brought it in. I put it in a cup and actually poured the cucumber lime
On the ceviche. Oh,
on the
man.
ceviche. Oh man, it was phenomenal.
That would be good. That would be good.
It was
And I
all
saw
eating.
they just launched their for those like midnight munchies. They got the do you see that, the gummies?
Yeah.
The chamoy gummies.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Got like the peach rings with the chamoy, and then I think they did like gummy bears with the chamoy. I'm like, oh man, talk about like midnight munchies right there. That's pretty good.
That's genius, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially in this area, that kind of stuff would sell like
I was gonna
crazy.
say, my
Jesus.
girlfriend, if you see like the concoction she likes to make as like junk food, it's just like right up her alley,
Really?
right there.
Oh yeah.
No, she loves getting like the hot Cheetos, dumping them in a bowl, putting chamoy and
Oh
fucking
shit.
and like everything under the sun on there, squeezing lime and orange and
Yeah.
everything on there, and it's just like
Awesome.
I'm looking at her going like, man, that just looks like heartburn. It's just like I'm just gonna be hurting my ass, like.
Oh,
But
man.
it tastes so good.
Yeah.
You
Just
have
gonna
no
pay the
idea.
price.
Yes,
You
yes.
have no idea.
Well, that's good, man. Well, this is a good job, Josh.
Thank you.
Very good beer, Josh.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to reclassify this one. I'm going to go, what do you guys think? Either Belgian Golden Strong, or are you thinking Belgian Triple?
I would say triple.
Triple?
Yeah.
I would say triple.
Okay. Yeah, because it's got a pretty good color for
Yeah.
triple.
Yeah. I
Okay.
would say it's right in line with a triple, but
No, I agree.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Belgian triple.
Belgian
Yeah.
Triple. So making this motherfucker again, and I'm going to have to see what contests are out and about, because I know with COVID, everything's been kind of like put on hold.
God.
It's coming back, bro.
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
Well, don't get me wrong. Our club is getting ready. We had to postpone. Like we do a Pause for Rhythm and Brews homebrew competition. We normally try to coincide it with the festival, which is usually June 2nd or 3rd. Sadly, they had to cancel the festival again. Last year, they had to cancel it because of the rainstorms and shit up in Idlewild. Great festival if you ever get a chance to go to it. It sucks that they had to cancel again. But as a homebrew club, we really love to do the competition because it's for a really great cause. It's essentially tied in with a no-kill animal shelter up in Idlewild. We like to raise money for them. So we ended up pushing the contest off to July, end of July. We're hoping, fingers crossed, that everything is back to normal by the end of July, even though it's going to probably be hotter and shit in the desert. But I'm working with Dawn here to maybe try to do something up in Idlewild,
That'd be great.
either as a collection site or maybe even as a judging site. because I think that he's got a perfect location there.
It's beautiful.
To
Have
make
you been
that
up there, Jimmy?
To
Idlewild Brew Pub?
have not.
Yeah.
I have not at all.
Probably, I told him that on our show, but probably the most beautiful location for a brewery. Because
Really?
it's like literally like they took a brewery and they just planted it in the forest.
I
So,
can
like,
imagine, dude. It's
your-
beautiful up there.
Yeah,
It's
your
beautiful.
view from like the outside deck, you're overlooking the forest and a creek.
Beautiful.
So during the spring or summer, you get the running water, and then during the winter, you got all the snow in the trees.
Right,
and
right. That sounds
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a
Beautiful.
great. We'll go up there.
Yeah, so I definitely want to work with Don. So hopefully he's open to that because I mean the competition deals with ARF, which is based in Idlewild. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's your hometown, so I don't see where that could be a bit of a problem. But yeah, so
Good stuff.
pit stop. Yeah.
Jimmy's got to make a run real quick.
Yeah. But for those who are listening, I might as well give a shout out already. So for those of you who are listening or home brewers and are interested in joining in on our competition, we'll probably be opening up the entries probably late May, early June. So definitely keep an eye on that. Look for comp.cvhomebrewers.org. If you go to the website there, it's pretty much already laid out for the ARF, or Animal Rescue Friends, as we call it, or Pause for Rhythm and Brews. It's got a few names. We mostly go by ARF just because it's easy to say. But it's the homebrew competition with the Coachella Valley Homebrewers, which is the club I belong to. And if you want to test your mettle and also set up for a good cause, it's definitely worthwhile. And entry fees are a little pricier than usual, but remember, this is going to a good cause. It's a fundraiser event. And we do give you a little bit of a discount. It's about $10 an entry, but if you do more than one entry, we drop it down to $8 an entry.
Nice.
So, it's so cut you a deal. And also, we'll get some good judging, and we also usually have some good awards. We usually have people from like More Beer and Desert Beer and La Quinta usually giving out some good awards for it.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So I'm back. Sorry.
I may or may not help out with that. I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see. I may have to judge.
Okay.
I'm always
We're
down
looking
for
at August 2nd as the judging date.
I'll be there.
This is up in.
Probably Idlewild. We're looking at either Idlewild, or if not, we'll probably do it over at Desert Beer like we did with the props and hops
Right
last year.
Jimmy would be a good judge too.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Get
love
Jimmy.
Oh, yeah,
to
no, I mean, your
participate in
palate's like dial in, man. I know you'd be a
Yeah.
great judge.
Only for a while. After a while, I'm like laying on the floor and shit. So.
Well, the idea is if we get enough people to actually judge, then you won't get so
Right.
fucked up judging.
Well, what's the point then? I'm not-
It'll be like last time when I judged for props and hops, and I think we drank like, I don't know, 14, 15 beers, and then Josh goes, you're gonna do the best of show, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, cool, best of show's gonna be like a couple, the top ones, and then all of a sudden I see Josh start laying out all these glasses, and I'm like, what are you doing? And I know it was 16 of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. Oh, man. But it was pretty cool. It was a fun experience, though. You should come join us for that.
Well, that one blew my mind just in the sense that we've done the props and ops the past like couple of years, and at most we had like 60 beer entries.
Yeah.
And this particular year, I think we just had a lot of things going for us, so we had over 130 entries. Like
the BeerDad and Brewed Podcast.
Oh yeah. We had the podcast going on.
That'll do it.
We had Melvin,
The Melvin Brewing
collab.
Yeah.
We did. We had a whole bunch of things going. Also, we had a website this time, so actually people can go on the website, log in, pay for it, entry, all that shit.
Right.
So
Convenience.
convenience, super convenient. Because before I'm like Mr. Psycho, like trying to shuffle paperwork, making sure I'm not losing anything. And occasionally I did, and someone would come up and like harass me and going like, "Where the fuck is my medal? God damn it!"
Yeah. You're like, you're what? Go talk to Justin.
Yeah,
right. I don't know.
yeah. Have a
He's
beer.
over there laying down underneath a helicopter over there.
Yeah, relax. Have a homebrew. Yeah.
That was a cool festival, though.
Yeah.
There really was a helicopter.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one's over at the Air Museum in Palm Springs. So.
Right.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Yeah, I think I did a Top Gun like Snapchat or something over there where it had the Top Gun music playing and there was like an F-14 sitting in the hangar.
Nice.
I was like, oh, yeah, I feel the need.
Feel the need for speed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff.
See how that second movie's coming out.
I know,
Top Gun
I'm
2. I'm
looking
excited,
forward.
dude, because that
Me
reminds me when I
too.
was a kid.
Oh, dude,
So,
Top
like,
Gun was my jam, dude. I
Oh.
was like, for like the longest time as a kid, I was like, I'm gonna be an F-14 pilot.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go in the Navy. I'm gonna be an F-14 pilot. Then all of a sudden, I don't know where that went.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not a pilot.
Dude.
I drink craft beer. That's what I do.
I told myself if I ever got drafted, I'd go Air Force with A-10.
A10,
There you go.
Warhog.
I
Nice
love the
little
Warhog. I love the
Yeah.
Warhog. Favorite plane of all time, man.
When I was in the Navy, we used to do like they had like a couple times we did these air shows out at sea. Like the planes would take off and we would like invite people on, and,
Nice,
and
yeah.
it was kind of cool. But the Hornets and the Tomcats that
Oh.
we had on the ship and stuff, they would do like strafing runs in the water.
Nice.
Oh my god, that was like that was so fucking amazing just to watch those planes do what they had to do. Yeah, dude. And then they'd actually drop like live ordnance, like bombs in the water and stuff, just blow stuff up in the water and
Oh,
stuff.
man,
It was like
that's awesome.
badass, man.
That's a good way to go fishing.
Yeah, it is. It is. You have like, a nice Tomcat go by, or you don't have
It's like
Tomcats
everyone
anymore. but yeah.
ready with their fishing pole. Like Tomcat goes by, whoop, okay, done.
Yeah. So we call them Tiger Cruises, and family would come on, and we do these like
Nice.
basically at sea air shows, but with live fire.
That's
Oh, wow.
dope.
And it's pretty cool.
That's
So,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Navy and their budget.
Right?
They gotta do their quals anyways.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
pilots
yeah.
gotta
Oh,
do their
yeah. Oh, yeah.
training anyways.
They got to get those hours in somehow.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So that was cool.
Nice.
That was one of the
Very
cooler
nice.
parts.
Well,
Oh,
speaking of the Navy and speaking of military in general, today
Yes.
is Veterans Day.
Oh,
Or, I'm sorry,
Memorial
Memorial Day.
Day.
Memorial Day.
Today is Memorial Day, so just want to shout out to all those that fought for our freedoms and laid down that ultimate sacrifice.
Yep.
Definitely got a lot of family that were military service, and shout out to that. Josh is going to pour some more for that.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, we got to cheers to those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
Right.
There we go. Jimmy's going to get some more here.
Yep.
So happy Memorial Day to the U.S. of A. and
Yep.
thank you to all those that
Happy Memorial
To
Day.
the
laid
armed
down
services.
that sacrifice, to all the military service
Yep.
members that lost their lives fighting for our freedoms. Cheers.
Yep.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
boys, this was a great show. Great first time for the partnership here that we're
It
going
is.
to do.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
We got to try some amazing beer, both home brewing from Mr. Kunkel here, the Mr. Master Brewer himself, as my
Senor
daughter
Kunkel.
says. Great stuff that he had. We had some Hopa, and we had some rebranded Belgium Triple.
Dude, I have one request though.
Yes.
Next beer, make it Dunkel, so we can call it Kunkel Dunkel.
I've told him
Kunkel
that.
Dunkel.
I've told him
You're
that.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to have a
Make it
Kunkel
Dunkel.
Dunkel.
A Kunkel
Yeah,
Dunkel.
we're
Okay,
gonna have
I'm
a
working
Kunkel
on
Dunkel.
it.
Okay, all right, thanks.
So we had some great home brew, and that's what we like to talk about, home brewing. Shout out to the Coachella Valley Homebrew Club. You guys are awesome. And then here at the Craft Lounge, our new home of the BeerDad and Brewed Podcast, we sampled some awesome beers that Jimmy carries here. Los Angeles Ale Works, Zebra Stripes, as well as Amplified Ale Works, Mango Terror, Random Act of Dankness from Arrow Lodge, Creative Creatures Adam West Coast. I love that can.
Yeah. Great beer, too.
Some more Amplified. We had the Punkademic
Also a great
Pilsner,
beer.
really good Pilsner. And then, of course, Dank Goodness from Arrow Lodge. Everybody really loved that. Awesome on the nose, awesome flavor, really dank. So, all around, great beers that we sampled today, guys. That was really awesome. So, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Cheers to Memorial Day. Cheers to the BeerDad and Brewed Podcast, brought to you by the Craft Lounge in Beaumont, California. I love it.
Yep.
So, this has been awesome.
It's been
Yeah,
a great
cheers.
show. Definitely some good beers, and I'm definitely going to pick up a few here before I take off here.
We have a couple. We have a couple for
Just
you to
a
pick
few.
up.
Just
so
a couple. Just a couple. Yeah.
You better
Maybe
buy-
a couple hundred, but whatever.
You better buy them before the toy haulers show up and
Yeah,
stock up.
That
right?
is true. That
They're
is
lining
true.
up now. I can
I
see
was
them.
going to say
I can see them.
it's in the it is season.
Word of the day: River Rats.
River Rats.
River Rats.
I love
ding,
it.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, wait, hold on.
River
wait.
Rats.
River Rats.
No, wait, hold on. Is it this one?
That works. It works.
The DJ horn.
I know, dude. You need glow sticks for that one, though,
Yeah.
dude. You can't do it without glow sticks.
It's like word of the day. River Rats.
Yeah. Glow sticks.
All right, cool. All right, well, thanks a lot, Jimmy, for having us. And,
Always.
some great
Always our
beers.
pleasure.
So let's kick it up. Let's hit the ending.
They also practice by drinking the urine of a ram.
The what?
They drink ram's piss.
Because of the pH balance?
No, because if you can drink ram's piss, fuck, you can drink almost anything.
She said fuck.
Oh,
what is the malted liquor? What gets you drunk or quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans? Beer! Can't get enough of it. Beer! How we really love it. Beer! Makes me think I'm a man. Beer! I could kiss and hug it, but I'd rather chug it. Fill my belly out to here. Beer! I could not refuse it. I could really use a beer. Beer, beer. Beer, 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 beer.
I can't remember how much I have had. I drank a 12-pack with my dad.